Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good afternoon. So how are you today?
Alhamdulillah.
Okay, thanks Nukman. Okay, I hope you really in front of computer or in front of your gadget, so that we can follow, go through our class, So at the moment, thanks to the rest who just answered through the chat room. As our class move, now we are in topic number 8. Basically this is like second last topic, topic number 8. The whole idea, there is no other thing except these resources we need to control, to supply, to support the project, so that project can finish on the dot, as the stipulated date. So that's why we need to control, to see if any deviation, if any shortage, or it shows some indicator. Okay, so similarly, when we refer to the risk, okay, we will check any trend. Okay, some resources keep decreasing, or there is some trend, okay, based on when we keep track with the resources over the overall entire project, okay, requirement. So again, last week we already have a look on the resources. So basically it is on the this 4M. Okay, and of course another one, all resources we refer to 5M. Another one is methodology. So those method is actually to link up all these resources together. But then when we refer to the tangible item which we can see, okay, we need it, okay, it is about this 4M, money, finance, okay, machinery, equipment, facilities, material and supplies, okay, related to raw material to complete the project or the services, and also manpower is about man, okay, human, okay, on the labor, and also management team, on the supervision. So money as the PC, project control, resource, okay, of course, it can be direct or it can be indirect, okay. But then indirect, for example, like we need to pay the salary of the worker, okay, or any other things, used to influence the amount or quality of the other resources. So of course, sometimes without insufficient resources, we need more money to supply the resources, okay. And at the same time, money, indirectly, of course, we need to use it to pay the salary, to pay for the rental, to pay for the any other remunerations. So those kind of thing is very important. So using equipment for project control, okay. So basically, of course, often used to augment labor in order to speed up the project, especially on the manpower, okay. So sometimes we need manpower for the overtime, okay, for part-time, okay. Let's say we need very skilled job, okay, experience. For example, you have certain shortage job, let's say you need to add certain scope, so you need to run the job concurrently. You need skilled people, experienced people to do certain job, okay, to endorse, to verify, let's say engineering drawing, let's say. So all those kind of thing may up to certain extent can be expensive, because the demand of the different contract based project will be different as well. So again, it depends on the company policy, and at the same time, the demand, and also how the project, okay, requirement to fulfill, okay, the demand. So may involve renting or purchasing, as I mentioned to you, okay. So material and supplies, so increase in quality or quantity may be necessary to enhance project control, improve inventory system for materials, okay. So it depends, certain material, let's say, okay, when you put in inventory, it is expensive, okay. So you may want to consider the person, okay, let's say, to take care, okay, let's say guard, okay, let's say when you bring all the material on site, in the case of the construction, okay, you may need people, let's say, to take care, to guard the area, yeah, so that nobody may steal the item, yeah. Sometimes the item, the machineries, okay, may be expensive, yeah, and all those kind of thing, if somebody steal it, okay, the cost is expensive, and sometimes it is expensive up to you need to wait for the material to reach to the site, yeah. It will take some time, it will be costly as well, especially if the material is actually you need to import it, okay. So those kind of thing you need to buy from the outside, yeah, overseas, yeah. So those kind of thing involve money, yeah. So manpower, yeah, of course, yeah, when we want to refer to the, yeah, project crashing, project leveling, okay, we want to supply, we want to support those project which is, for example, delay, okay. So those project, okay, which is some project poor performance, we need to rework, let's say, okay. So those kind of thing we need manpower, okay, because most of the work in fact is doing by man, okay. So in using manpower as a tool for project control, okay. So again, yeah, when we refer to manpower, yeah, when we are doing the project control, yeah, resources, okay, for the second bullet point, this one, we're talking on the people itself, yeah. Even though, yeah, in reality we say that it is a project, yeah, we have to manage people, okay. But then again, yeah, so when people in, okay, they get, okay, angry, for example, or some in the case of like now, yeah, people may tend to be fear, okay, because of loss of job, yeah, or some, yeah, for example, when the welfare or stuff we don't take care, yeah. Let's say now like a COVID-19, when many companies they just simply the contract people they just terminate, okay. So all those kind of things, yes, such kind of like the welfare of workers we don't take care, such kind of frustrations, yeah, maybe that. Okay, so those kind of thing, even though we say that we can simply we have money we pay, okay, we have money we pay, and we expect sometimes those human emotion can be we can help, in managing those kind of thing, but sometimes maybe not, yeah. So that's why, it is important when we control, the resources, yeah, at the same time, yeah, yeah, even though we don't have to take care very in depth, yeah, this kind of thing, but in reality we should, yeah. As the project engineer, project manager, we have people under us as a those people as the subordinate, yeah. So have to understand people, okay. Even though, yeah, when we manage people in general, okay, normally, yeah, we take the contacts, okay, we take the contact, yeah. This is just sharing some time, yeah, from my experience handling, for example, academic staff, like our faculty we have around 100 plus, yeah, staff, yeah. Even though we need to understand them, okay, normally we check in the contact, we understand them, and then when they have when they face problem, okay, we may discuss with them, and under our capacity, yeah, we should be able to help, okay. But then again, don't put those kind of thing in depth in the sense that you those kind of thing will affect you, yeah. Of course you worry on the workers, but worry only it won't help, okay. As the boss you should be able to manage it, have to discuss it, use your capacity as the boss to support. So for example, if they have a challenge on the welfare, the company does not, okay, take care, the staff welfare, you have to channel it, okay, because you are the boss as well, okay. But you yourself, yeah, not put that one to worry, yeah, in the sense that you don't do anything, and that one may affect your performance, okay. So that's why we say that up to the context, we solve at per time, okay, and then after that keep follow up only, Okay, so those kind of thing, yeah, in controlling the resources, this one is sometimes, for example, like a previous job is poor because of some human emotion might be there. Okay, but normally we assume no human emotion. We just consider like a communication channel. Okay, if 4 workers there, up to, for example, n time n minus 1. Okay, divide by 2. Okay, so those communication channel must be there, and we expect, yeah, all people will use those communication channel to do the job. Okay, not outside of the this one, like anger, feeling not happy. Okay, feeling fear, feeling frustration, and that one will might affect the job. Okay, so this kind of thing also indirectly or directly we need to take care. Okay, so what if scenario analysis, okay, we can also do, okay, for example, okay, in doing research, let's say, you also can do modeling. Okay, not necessary research. Okay, for example, people also, they can hire, yeah, let's say consultant, okay, can do what if analysis, yeah, process of evaluating scenario in order to predict effect or positively or negatively on project objective. Yeah, example, what if scenario, delaying a major component delivery, or in case we have strike. Okay, people, yeah, they don't want to perform the job. Okay, most yeah, sometimes happen in overseas. Okay, you can observe in TV when people do strike. Okay, they don't want to continue the job, yeah, because of their welfare is not properly taken care, yeah, by the uh, employer. Yeah, so that's why they did that. Okay, so in this case, yeah, we can do such kind of the modeling. Yeah, so the outcome of what is scenario analysis can be used to assess the feasibility of the project schedule under adverse conditions. Okay, we can do as simple as, okay, using like Microsoft project software. You give what is scenario. Okay, you give assumptions on the activity date. Okay, you give certain buffer as we already discussed previously, yeah, in the CPM, critical path method. Yeah, so those challenge you present it in software and you run it, have look, okay, how long it will take, yeah, to complete the project. Okay, or you may also use this very sophisticated software like MATLAB, for example. You may do modeling, okay, using programming languages, okay, like MATLAB, yeah, or any other software. You can do that. You can use, for example, like in MATLAB we have Simulink. Okay, we can use some simulation based on what if scenario. Yeah, so those kind of thing can be done, yeah, under modeling technique. Yeah. Okay. Similarly, yeah, we also under modeling we can do simulation. Yeah, so involve calculating multiple project duration with different set of activity. Use probability distribution constructed by, for example, we use 3-point estimate. Yeah, so we have the probability, the worst case scenario, probability in the best scenario when we shorten the time. Okay, the worst case scenario when we lengthen the time become the longest one, or we have the average time. Yeah, for example, at 50-50 condition, it's not too long or it's not too short, yeah, the time, and then we put based on this 3-point estimate, and we can uh, do, yeah, such kind of uncertainty in terms of the time. Okay, we also can use like a simulation technique using Monte Carlo analysis. Okay, have you heard before the Monte Carlo analysis? Anybody have heard before on the Monte Carlo analysis? Check. Okay, so Monte Carlo analysis is actually on the random, the chance to happen, yeah, based on the random, yeah. But of course, any simulation we actually can consider, yeah, different parameters, yeah. Let's say we put like a multiple objective functions, yeah, more on simulations. Yeah, it is like a optimization. Yeah, so you can use software like MATLAB. Okay, you can use Monte Carlo analysis based on different parameter using the Simulink. Yeah, there is box. Yeah, in the MATLAB. Yeah, we have different box actually. This normally we already have established focus. Let's say Monte Carlo analysis, we use like a Simulink. So they already give what if. So we just provide the condition inside the box, yeah, and those toolbox, yeah, then we can run simulation. Or as the raw one, yeah, MATLAB, yeah, we can give the function. So we have the target, so we give assumption, yeah, based on the those possibilities of the delay, and based on that one you run. Okay, you give the condition, you run. Okay, and those kind of thing is actually will help to calculate, okay, the project. Yeah, so previously, yeah, I did mention to you, yeah, I may share, yeah, one presentation from the industry. I hope, yeah, before we end later, yeah, I hope I still can call, yeah, one industry, okay, just to share, yeah, on this kind of the project. Okay, maybe I may call one of my student. He just completed, I think last Saturday, yeah, his Bible on the because he study more on the last time I did mention to you on the pipeline, supplier or contractor, for Petronas. So project on the pipeline, installation of the gas pipeline. So he study more on the project delay actually. So maybe I'll check with him if let's say he's available. Maybe he can help to share his experience. So those kind of thing on the delay. Okay, but I think he's also good in software. I'm not so sure what software he used for his project. Okay, but his case, okay, he study more on the project software and also keep track, based on the lesson learned on the previous project, just to ensure he be able to improve for the coming project, new project. So those, when we refer to the Monte Carlo, it is based on probability. So those probability, again, it depend on us. We fix those probability, what chances we want to say that. But of course we can't simply give like that, because they need the software itself need to be converged. Means that whatever parameter you give, okay, based on the range, okay, those range, when they run it based on probability, those meeting point should be there. Means that we need to give some assumption. For example, like we assume, the project probability some delay up to certain minimum maximum. So those delay you will give, and then the software, based on the data input you give, the software will run such kind of simulation to give some assumption, to give some probability of the dose delay, based on running based on the worst case scenario, the minimum, the average, all those kind of thing the software can be done. Okay, this one is schedule, compression, okay, crashing and fast tracking. So this one is when we say that the project compression, okay, schedule compression, what we try to do is actually we try to compress the time, okay, of the because of we compress, because of sometimes we may have insufficient time, the project is delay, okay, previously, or you may foresee, based on your checking, it is delay, okay, so or going to be delayed, okay, so then you need to do some compression. So there are many ways, okay, to do this compression. Alternatively, you can do crashing, or fast tracking. What does it mean, crashing? So we crash by we shorten the duration. So it means, if the project is 5 days, you may short it, to 2 days or 3 days, or it depends on how we increase the resources, adding resources to shorten the duration. So used to shorten the schedule duration for the least incremental cost by adding resources. So example of crashing include, for example, approving overtime. Yeah, bringing additional resource, yeah, crashing work only for activities on the critical path, yeah. So in general, yes, yeah, because of theoretically, okay, only critical path will have zero float, means that means that you can't delay this activity. Okay, the moment one day you delay other activity on the path, yeah, so it will cause delay to other activities on the critical path, yeah. So doing so, yeah, if that one happen, we need to actually do crashing, yeah. So we need to top up, yeah, so that we can shorten the duration, yeah. So crashing does not always produce a viable alternative and may result in increased risk and or cost, yeah. So in reality, this is on theory, yeah, but in reality you guys need to have a look, yeah, because not always, yeah, when we are saying, yeah, overtime, part time, theoretically yes we can do so, but the policy of the company may not allow it. Okay, so that's why those kind of thing is actually you need to check, yeah, because by you are as the project manager or project engineer, you learn this kind of thing. In theory, yes, you can do that, but if that the case, yeah, when we refer to the company, yeah, where you work later, even though those part time overtime, yeah, you the responsibility is you are the person, let's say you are allowed to endorse on overtime part time, but if policy says so you can't because of the company having shortage in terms of, I mean problem challenge in terms of money. Now let's say you are not allowed to do overtime part time, so how should you solve it? Okay, or in fact let's say doing part time overtime is so not under you, you are not in control, but other people. Okay, then you need to see the policy. Okay, so similarly, yeah, even though the policy is allowed for you to do overtime, part-time, you are the person who will sign, let's say. But you need to have a look, what is the current arrangement of the people? Okay, for example, I last time, yeah, I do have master project, yeah, under me doing the project, okay, on the shipbuilding. Okay, so again those shipbuilding is challenge, yeah, because they actually assemble, yeah, the ship based on module, we call it module. So those module we bring on site, but then again, yeah, there are workers actually doing welding and so on, but from the beginning, yeah, their team doesn't, the team, the project manager didn't mention to them that these people will be shared throughout the project, yeah. Even though the project manager try to be flexible in the sense that when the workers they have free time, means that they have completed their job, yeah, they try to bring these people, okay, to the other job but still on same side, yeah, but the workers actually say no. Okay, especially when these workers is contract based, yeah, you can't push these people. If from the beginning you don't mention to them, they actually can say that no, we don't want, you didn't mention our job scope like that. Okay, because again it depend on the policy, it depend on the arrangement, whether you are given the task to workers, yeah, based on the scope of the job, or based on day-to-day basis, or you already mentioned at any time you also can be transferred to other project team, okay, when you have finished your work or when you have necessary job, okay, at other place, based on let's say boss of this section, let's say, yeah. So that's why, all this kind of thing, when young people manage this kind of thing, when they actually, have lack in terms of experience, yeah, they just simply on paper, yeah, they don't check very thorough, and sometimes, yeah, it will be hiccup when you want to manage it in reality. You need to check on how human resource management on the policy, yeah, especially, yeah, if the company is not, yeah, is not project-based company or projectized. Yeah, it is based on functional organization, or it is 50-50, where we have different project manager. On project manager take care, and on the other item, yeah, it is managed by other manager. Okay, and if that functional manager have more power compared to the project manager, it will be some clashes, yeah, based on that one. And all this kind of thing is, you must be aware when we refer to on theory and on reality. But of course, normally reality will be still on theory, but how to implement it based on the policy or whatever we have, regulation and so on. Yeah. Okay, on the fast tracking, okay, activity or phases, yeah, normally done in sequence are performed in parallel, yeah, for at least a portion of their duration. Okay, so crashing, you crash it by having additional resources. Yeah, fast tracking is actually similarly, yeah, you shorten it, instead of in series, you make it in parallel. So this kind of thing is, okay, in project management we call it fast tracking the term. Okay, so an example is constructing the foundation for a building before completing all of the architectural drawing. Okay, fast tracking may result in rework and increased risk. Fast tracking only work if activity can be overlapped. Yeah. Then again, back to the, if you still remember, yeah, when we are doing the project schedule, okay, we are referring to the 4 dependencies. Yeah. So those dependencies, either it is like say compulsory by who or by who, you have to arrange in such kind of arrangement. Number 2, internal factor, external factors. Okay, and also it depends on the logic, okay, of the activities. Okay, discretions of the decision on the project team based on the experience. Okay, so those 4 factors you need to take care. Okay, we may say we want to overlap, but in nature you can't. Okay, because of the nature of the project itself. Yeah, all right, that one is what we call project crashing and project fast tracking. Yeah. Okay, so controlling the time schedule, project crashing, adding new project resources, as we said. Okay, changing the production function. Okay, let's say we change the technology, we want to make it faster, we actually use the technology, let's say. Yeah, so change operation condition by altering the precedence, yeah, sequence or timing. This is under the what we call, yeah, project fast tracking. Yeah, so fast track, yeah, we overlap, yeah, we do overtime, we do shift work. Yeah, so it change in the technology, okay, tool, method, operating condition. Okay, so work in more sheltered location, let's say. Yeah? So those kind of things, so that, yeah, staff can be more focused. Yeah, or the workers can be more focused. Yeah, but then again, that one all is theory. It backs to the job, the policy and so on. Yeah. Okay, this is about the resource leveling. Okay, so resource leveling is actually, in our other word, yes, simple word is actually, we make it more flexible. Yeah, we rearrange the staff, it's himself or herself, the workers itself. As I said just now, for example, the people, yeah, from the section, yeah, under the shipbuilding just now, as I give one example, yeah, under one of my master project. So he want to bring these workers who actually already free, but actually the new job also actually the same. Okay, doing welding work as well. Okay, but because of, yeah, they from the beginning, so the communication is not very clear with them. They expect only in the section, only for certain ship only they will do the job. Yeah, so when they finish those ship, okay, so they expect, okay, the job already finished. Okay, so then they don't want to do that. Yeah? Such kind of moving people from one job to another job, leverage it, yeah. So that one is we call resource leveling, yeah, on the workers, yeah. So a technique in which a start and finish date are adjusted based on resource constraint with the goal of balancing demand for resources with the available supply. Okay, so in this case, yeah, before leveling, for example, okay, assuming, yeah, before this, okay, the same job done by Johnny Eager, okay, let's say more on the establishing, let's say engineering drawing, okay. So Johnny Eager, okay, on another one job, Johnny Eager on another job. Assuming before this, it's not Johnny Eager, it is Johnny Eager and Johnny only, different people. So when it happened to be, uh, when the same job need to be done by Johnny Eager, okay, so we now need to leverage based on Johnny um, job, yeah, free time, yeah, based on his job. Okay, so then Johnny only, in this case, Johnny Eager only be able to focus one job per time, one project per time, let's say. So only then, yeah, from the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, so Johnny can focus on this one. Okay, and Johnny only can be done, can do, yeah, the job after he finish on this one. So as simple as that one, yeah, we can say that, yeah, before labeling and after labeling. Okay, that one is for one job. Okay, so similarly, yeah, when we try to leverage, yeah, the job, okay, for different people, okay, different one team, let's say, okay, it is also can be uh, concurrently, yeah, or it is more or less similar, like we are doing resource smoothing. Okay, so resource leveling, let's say, okay, we try to manage the people. Okay, so resource smoothing, yeah, a technique that adjusts the activities of a schedule model such that the requirement for resources on the project do not exceed certain predefined resource limit. In resource smoothing, as opposed to resource leveling, okay, the project's critical path is not changed and the completion date may not be delayed. Okay, so in this case here, in the resource smoothing, okay, for example, you see here, in this case, okay, we have certain like this, okay. If we refer this one on the resources, okay, for example, the resources, we just use this one, okay. So we have surplus of the resources here. So what we need to do is, when we smooth the resources, we move those resources, okay, to other job. So it means that, yeah, the surplus here, okay, we cut to bring to other places. Okay, but then again, yeah, we need to check the policy. This is again, this is more on the theory, but of course, yeah, when you need to revise, yeah, because of the lesson learned on the project, when you need to flexibly move people, so then such kind of policy, as the project manager, project engineer, you need to give input so that they can adjust. Okay, the policy can be changed because it is done by human being. And similarly, resources like the supply of the workers from the human resource management, you also can discuss. And on the side of the human resource management, we can adjust this one. So when they receive, let's say the contract workers, when they receive the statement inside their job, okay, they may also be transferred, or may also do the job in other section, other department, when they already finish their area, let's say other their project, let's say, yeah. So that one is can be done, yeah. So this one is supposed to be, it is linked, okay, to the project management software, but that one I just merge it, yeah, in topic number 10, yeah. So by that, yeah, we finish topic number 9. Okay, any question? Can you explain more? Yeah, question from Nugman. Can you explain more about resource leveling? I'm kind of not clear about that. Sorry, it's okay, Nugman. So basically, yeah, Nugman, which part you don't understand? Basically, I don't give a example actually, yeah, but I just give a graph based on like that only, yeah. So when we say that resource leveling, yeah, so the whole idea we want to match. Okay, so whether the resource leveling is actually happen throughout the project. Okay, so kita tengok we have look the graph ya. Before before leveling ya, you see ya, Johnny Eager work ya, Monday 16 hours. Okay, Tuesday 16 hours. Okay, uh, so Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. Okay, 8 hours. Okay, and Thursday 8 hours. Okay, so except Monday and Tuesday, so he's doing this kind of thing. Okay, so if you have a look here, similarly here, it is presented. Okay, in this one. Okay, doing what we call what okay, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, so then yeah, under his job, okay, if you have a look, yeah, now looking at the content, yeah, review current documentation. So he's reviewing the documentation, okay, on the for 8 hours. Okay, Monday, Tuesday 8 hours. Okay, and Wednesday 8 hours, and at the same time, okay, on it can be at the same time, okay, but in this case, okay, interview line managers, okay, 8 hours, 8 hours, but it happened to be okay on the same day. Okay, so what he actually tried to do is in this case, when this job, okay, logically of course he can't do it at the same time, right? Reviewing the current documentation, okay, interview line managers, because okay, let's say we only consider on 8 hours only, yeah, on Monday only. So if let's say, yeah, in this case, yeah, he actually want to bring, okay, for this 8 hours, 8 hours, because he can't, yeah, doing those kind of the thing, okay, at the same time. Yeah, as simple as we want to move, okay, the job, okay, for this Johnny Eager, okay, we want to bring to other day, so that he only focus, okay, for the review current documentation, and also separately interview line managers. Okay, so that's why he's doing separately. Okay, except maybe you're a bit confused when now, okay, when he's doing, yeah, this kind of thing, Friday, okay, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Okay, so those kind of thing you see, yeah, it is actually linked directly like that, okay, under Johnny Eager. Okay, but again, it is the same. Okay, we bring what we call this 8 hours, 8 hours, yeah, except this, it is interconnected, yeah, Saturday and Sunday. Okay, but still, yeah, we don't use this one Saturday and Sunday. It's just for the case of this one. Okay, so it's just simple to say that in this case, okay, we bring, yeah, whatever the job which is um, for in this case interview line managers, okay, to other day. Okay, so means that he didn't do the job concurrently. It's just that I mean only this kind of thing, yeah. But of course, yeah, in this case, if we refer to interview line managers, this one normally when involved with people, it is already firm. Yeah, we can't change, yeah, when dealing with people sometimes. So maybe he just maintain, this work, okay, on the, let's say, Monday, Tuesday, yeah, but the rest review current documentation he can do on his own. Okay, it means, yeah, so he can bring, okay, for example, Friday to Monday, even though he just used 2 days, yeah, maybe Friday, Monday, Friday, Monday, and Saturday, Sunday is up to him, yeah, if he want to use it, but still we are working on, he's working on Friday and Monday only. Okay, I hope you be able to get it, yeah, resource leveling. But the whole idea, it is actually like a resource leveling here, yeah. We adjusting this one. Okay, we bring this one, yeah, like we just need this one, let's say. Okay, but we actually this one, yeah, the assuming this is workers, we bring to other days, okay, or other job. Okay, so those kind of thing can be done theoretically, but reality, the policy must be right. Okay, the human resource policy regulation also must be right. Okay, and the job scope of the contract also must be flexible as well. Okay, I hope I did answer, yeah. Nukman, is it okay, Nukman, or you still don't understand? Okay, otherwise you just on, yeah, Nukman, you clear. All right, any other question, guys? Any question?
Prof,
Yes. Faiz, yes.
maksudnya resource leveling tu critical path pun boleh kacau juga dia punya aktiviti.
Okay, in reality, yeah, those resource leveling which normally we have to level it. In general, if our planning is right at the first time, normally, yeah, in general, there is no surplus in resource leveling because it's just enough, because there is no float on the resource on the critical path. Okay, but if the case of, yeah, resource leveling, yeah, there is still surplus extra resources, yeah, so normally you need to check, these people may need, yeah, to be they may have to support, yeah, if there is some delay later in the job which they need to do, but the project manager know better on the those kind of thing, yeah. But to answer you, yeah, can we actually use, yeah, resources from the critical path? Normally no, but we can, yeah. It depends on the how we arrange the resources, yeah, especially on the workers, yeah, from the project, because normally critical path no float theoretically. Okay, these people, the project normally we assume theoretically no delay, but without float, yeah, normally if some delay it will cause hiccup, and the team from the project critical path, yeah, normally we will have to support if in case the delay. But there is, if the case the surplus of the workers is many, for example, maybe the project is new, okay, you don't have any experience previously, so those kind of thing need to be adjusted, need to be reported, because it will become lesson learned later when you adjust the resources later for coming project. Yeah, I hope you are clear, yeah, Faiz?
Okay, clear, Prof.
Okay. How about others? Any other question?
Prof.
Yes, please. Yeah.
So does it mean in theoretically the resource leveling is to make sure that all resources are adequately allocated for project to run properly?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, that is the whole idea of when we are doing planning, yeah. We want to do it and show it right at the first time. We have to fulfill the any resources to run the project. So during the project executions, we assume the planning is right, okay, and then we run as it is. But in reality, sometimes, okay, it's not sometimes because of poor planning. Normally planning is right, but there is uncertain, yeah, which is cause suddenly flooding happen, yeah, so the project delay, for example, rain so heavily, for example, okay, project also delay, and suddenly people, yeah, in the team cause problem, okay, sick, for example, delay might also happen, and there is no backup, let's say. Those kind of thing normally will be happen, yeah, unless, yeah, because of when we run the project is not something, it is unique, yeah, so you also may manage people based on unique project. Yeah, so those kind of thing you may not be able to foresee uncertainty. Yeah, so those uncertainty might happen during the project execution. So as the project manager, as the project engineer, you should be able to manage it flexibly. But you only may not be work, yeah, if the policy doesn't allow, or the contract on the workers might not say so. So the workers, yeah, if they are smart, they should, they will have a word to say. Okay, so we are the person here, when we are doing planning, must be right. Okay, and must be flexible. The policy must be flexible, and we should be able to manage flexibly throughout the project. Yeah, that's why, yeah, during the project meeting, okay, when we first, yeah, visit the site, let's say, or even though we don't visit the site, it depends on the nature of the project. For example, you are doing project software, let's say, yeah, project on establishing new software. Okay, so those kind of thing, during the meeting, it is important for you guys, yeah, to explain to the workers. Okay, so that they be able to accept it, subject to whatever you see. Okay, online, whatever you see, yeah, on their contract. Yeah, it is also be able for you to manage them flexibly, especially on the workers. Yeah, but similarly, yeah, on the renting, yeah, on the equipment. Okay, so other project team be able to share. Okay, so those kind of thing at the managerial level should be able to manage it. Yeah, those kind of thing, but it depends on the condition. Yeah, so thank you very much. Assalamualaikum. Yeah, see you in WhatsApp.
Salam, thank you, Prof.